the gift that keeps on giving. Years ago, I was trying to develop some land, and the local city council kept creating reasons to delay or object to my efforts. I ended up spending close to $500,000 on engineering and legal fees in an effort to please an obtuse set of bureaucrats. There was one council member in particular who had eye rolling down to an art form any time that I offered my opinion. To maintain her anonymity, let's call her Marble Eyes. When I would approach the podium to rebut one of their outrageous remarks, Marble Eyes would look away from me while her face turned an angry shade of red. Every time she reached her breaking point, she would look at me and roll her eyes. They were so clearly in the wrong that I eventually had to hire an attorney and sue the city. As an aside, we did eventually prevail in court. While we were in the middle of this entire mess, our family went on a nice fall day to celebrate one of our children's birthdays. When we were driving up our street on the way home, someone in the car asked me why the leaves in the street were moving. We parked the car in the driveway and walked over to the leaves. We discovered that there were just under 100 baby snapping turtles that had hatched that day. Because we had a neighborhood problem with excessive snappers, I grabbed a 5-gallon bucket and we started collecting them. On other occasions, I had caught large individual snappers and relocated them to a nearby small lake that had no homes built on it. Fully intending to give these little guys the same home, I started driving towards the lake. And then I had a thought. I pulled over and looked up Marble Eyes' address. When I drove onto her street, I noticed that there was a pond right next to her home. I parked next to the pond and dumped all of the baby turtles on the edge of the road. They must have sensed the water because they immediately moved en masse toward the pond. Years later, my sister was recalling what an absolutely terrible person Marble Eyes was during the development process. When I told what I had done with the turtles, she laughed so hard that she had tears coming from her eyes.